So, I don't know if y'all into the classic kind of stories. I don't know if anybody know the story of Cyrano de Bergerac.
Yeah.
You know, dude that was always behind the bush, man, this is what you need to say, all that. That was my Cyrano side. That was the first name that I had when I started writing. My cousin told me, man, you are good, but all you do is write about females, you dick drift. You know, so that's what he told me. So it took me a long, long time to develop this next side, this poetic side. I hate to down the ladies' night a little bit, but there's a lot going on right now. And the ladies are affected by that too. If this all could change, then y'all would so much more benefit from it. It's so deep that some of y'all like, I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. So I figure, you know, someone once said, you ain't ready for the heavy, so I'm gonna keep it as light as jogging gear. Not for that. So I'm gonna switch over to my poetic X side.
Say that again, just say that one more time.
You ain't ready for the heavy, so I'm gonna keep it as light as jogging gear. Alright, so this next one I just finished, and I really didn't even have a title for it, but I'm gonna end up calling it Today, Tomorrow Died Because of Yesterday. Here we go. Bless the soul of the old man at the end of my road, the unofficial taker of tolls. Blessed is he who is more positive than I am, because no matter the storm, he said, son, there's always a silver lining. Now fuck that, he's gotta be lying. And if that ain't a lie, then he must be a blind man, and the reality of his situation denies him. Because darkness swallows the dawn before I even start to yawn. And then I start to ponder if the apocalyptic days of Notre Dame are upon us, and we're nothing more than daydreaming, sleepwalking goners. I mean, then what the fuck is the point to wake up if every day it seems like the whole world is out there trying to rape us? If we're the bastard children of a pedophilic fate that hates us? Or is it just a rooster crowing about the karma that awaits us? Good morning. Civil rights was achieved in 1965, lies. But we took that, celebrated, and got lit like in a hangover. Forgot about the real fight and did a little flip like game over. But that's what they wanted. And by they, I mean the game changers, the game holders, the one that put the wool over the eyes of the Martins and Malcolms that did survive. And then in the changeover, all we got was leftovers. I mean, like, seriously, look what happened. We get leaders like Sharpton and Jackson. Jackson? The whole country is looking at him laughing. I mean, I'm all about peace, but damn, out of all the people that get shot in Memphis, why couldn't it have been that man? The leader of the NAACP or Black Spectacle, who wanted to preach about brotherhood but had the nerve to say them cut off a nigga's testicles? Yeah, that's who I want to be, the advancement of colored people's captain. And then when Obama got elected, he was ready to jump on stage and give him a lap dance.
Wow.
And then all the stuff that happened then, that goes on still. Within 15 years, at least, 3 black men have been dragged from a truck until they look worse than Emmett Till. Matthew Shepard was crucified on a fence for being gay, because I guess they gave him a chill. So then that justified the kill? That ain't about race, but if that ain't a hate crime for real, let's not forget about what the news said about the cruelest clan of the coolest looking for amusement by hanging nooses to intimidate the students at Jena 6. That is not no new shit. But then they say, all that foolish nuisance is in the past because now we got a 50% black president and race is irrelevant. But it's clearly evident that skin color is the primary race element. I mean, honestly, I don't even know why anyone would even want to come here. There ain't no health care. If you ain't a part of the majority, then so what about your welfare? If you're on the bottom, who the fuck cares? This country's supposed to represent a people united, but I have full faith that religion and that line is exactly what keeps us divided. And that's how true feelings sit under the Constitution, hiding. Furthermore, California builds a wall around its borders to keep out the descendants of the original owners. So now we gotta rely on electric fences to pick up our defenses because somehow fear leaves us defenseless. Our army is spread from war to war, shore to shore, to a country that I'm sure is probably not even yours. Not just as global police of peace, but international horrors. And who do you think is the PIMP that picks up the score? Who is it that destroys a nation's trust fund? So that the only safest bank is trust none. So if you leave home to get a loan, don't forget to take your gun. I mean, have you had enough? No, good, because I'm not done. Trust me, trust and believe I would love to leave, but I can't afford the price of gasoline to go get an airline ticket with the hidden fees. Like x-ray machines that invade privacy before I can fly to the coast to get to the ferries that I would need to get to the middle of the sea because after another oil spill, that is the BP closest to me. But to those that's making bank off that, that's how it's supposed to be. You know, Most of these failures are caused by these modern-day Vlad the Impalers. All y'all Nosferatus know you ought to be burned at the stake if justice ever caught you. These banks, private companies, and those in top political occupations that drain the veins from things like unions and education with greed and green blood on their invisible hands that strike quick without hesitation. The true bringers of the destruction of a future, far worse than any biblical revelation. And no matter who you are, the blow is going to bring you to your knees. And what will seem like eternity, generations will bleed eternally. And then traditional blood will seep from the teeth into the streams and seas of our generation into our once attempt to purify water. So tell me, why in the fuck would I even want to raise a daughter in the midst of all this racial, cultural, and economical slaughter? I mean, to not have her is like the best thing that I can do to guard her. Her not seeing light, to me, is like the best thing that I can do to protect her from a world that's grown darker. But wait, behold, in the rules of how poetry goes, let the intro be remastered, retold. Could it be that she is that message that the old soul tried to unfold? Could it be that she is that silver lining that eluded my sight and just might be able to cleanse this world like a female Poseidon? She, in that next wave, just might save us all from the graves that we made on the side of the road to hell that we paid. Now, based on what I said, don't think that I'm religious at all. But for the remainder of ours, and the sake of hers future, we pray.